Hey there, my name is Ashley Smith and I'm an 8-star diamond coach with Beachbody. And today I wanted to chat with you a little bit before you start crafting your story. So today is a big day. You're going to be creating your story, talking about your why, and sharing it publicly, right? Really scary stuff. So for me, I was really particularly nervous about this because I felt like I didn't have a big weight loss story to tell. I didn't have this huge transformation. And I was like, you know what? I don't know who's going to connect with me, who is going to think that I'm somebody cool to follow, that I have something to give. And so I was really nervous about posting my why and just kind of putting it out there because I didn't have a big weight loss story. I didn't have a big, a huge transformation to share. And that's okay. So if you're watching this right now and you're thinking, okay, I took this step for me, I took it for my own accountability, which is what I did. I started coaching because I was like, you know what? I want to use this to hold myself accountable. I want this to be a way for me to wake up every day inspired and help people and work out every day. And that's exactly what it was for me. But it quickly became something that I wanted to share with everybody. And so when I decided that, I was kind of nervous because, like I said, I didn't feel like I had a big story to tell. I didn't feel like I had a big wow thing that people were going to be like, I want to follow that girl for that. So what I want to tell you today is that that's okay. Your story, your why is good enough. Even if it's not some huge transformation story, you're not coming from rock bottom and coming to this new life, even if it's not that huge, you still have an incredible story to tell and somebody is going to relate to you. So what I want to encourage you to do today is kind of think of some questions. Think about what you're passionate about. Why are you here? Why did you decide to coach? Why do you want to do this? What makes you happy? What makes you feel inspired? All of that kind of stuff, all of the things that make you you, that make up, who you are and what you have to bring to anybody. That is your story, that is your why, and that is what sets you apart from somebody else. You cannot focus on comparing yourself and thinking that you're not good enough to share or for somebody to follow, because you are. There is something that you have that I don't have. There's something that I don't have that so-and-so doesn't have. Every piece of our story and every piece of our life that we have to share is so important and so vital to our journey, and there is somebody out there that's just waiting to see that one post or that one inspirational picture or that one recipe or that one post about a challenge group that's going to change their life forever. So I just want to encourage you to think about those things. Be confident in your story. Be encouraged and know that you are here for a reason and you have a story, and you alone set yourself apart from somebody else, and that's good enough. Your story is specific to you, and it's something that's going to inspire one single person and then another person and another person more than somebody else's story. And that's the beauty of this business as a coach, that there are so many coaches, but we all have something different. We're not all this cookie cutter coach. There is no cookie cutter Beachbody coach. We are all so different. We come from so many different backgrounds, places, states, everything, you name it. And that's good. That's what we want. We want for you to be different, and we want for you to focus in on what your story is. So a good way is you're beginning to kind of craft your story and figure out, who am I? What do I have to share? What do I have to bring to this table? Is to kind of think about some questions, and we're going to list those in a document for you to go through, look at, kind of self-reflect and answer those in your own head. And that's what's going to kind of be the guideline of how you're going to craft who are you? Who are you, and what are you going to bring to everyone else that's following you on your journey? So today, as you're getting ready to do that, as you're thinking about what you have to offer, what your story is, why you are doing this. There is a reason that you decided to click that sign up button and say, I want to coach. So you want to channel that. Think about that. Think about how you felt, those reasons and those emotions that were going through your head when you said why you wanted to do this. And I want for you to use that in crafting your story. Then you're going to post it tonight. So today, your homework, or you're going to post it tomorrow night, I'm sorry. Your homework tonight is to share it with us. Let us look at it. Let us help you. It's not a thing to say that's wrong or that's right, but just to kind of give you some constructive criticism if needed, or some advice. And then think about a picture that you want to share with it. When I posted, I just shared a picture of me in workout gear. You could absolutely share a picture of you and your family. If this is a new venture for you to kind of help provide for your family, you could share just a picture of you. You could share a picture of you working out, a video, whatever it is that you want to do. You can do that. Don't post a link with your Beachbody website on it. Don't post a stock photo of the 21-day fix or anything like that. Post something that's you so that it's scroll stopping and people say, oh, I want to see what she's up to. So I am so excited to hear all of your stories and why you are in this business, why you decided to coach. And I want for you, as you're beginning to craft your story and as you're beginning to kind of start putting it out there in the next couple of days and starting to hear things back, maybe you're not hearing much back like you thought you were going to, I want for you just to let this be the process. I want for you to write down people's names who are commenting or liking on it. Those are people who are supporting you in your journey. Send them a note and say, hey, thank you so much for liking my post tonight about, coming out as a coach. I really appreciate that support. That meant so much to me. That's awesome. That is opening that lines of communication to be able to chat with them later on about possibly joining a challenge group or joining you on this adventure of coaching. And so as you're doing that, as you're getting people responding back, as you're sharing more and more and more about your journey, aside from just your coming out coach post, I want for you to kind of focus on sprinkling in some of those things, all of those questions that you're going to answer in that document to kind of help you wrap your mind around what your story is, what your why is. Let those things, let those little tidbits, let those infuse into your coaching post. So I'll give you an example. For me, I like to say sprinkling coaching is what I call it. And I like to sprinkle it in to all of my posts. So when I started coaching, I was a full-time teacher. I was working full-time, commuting 13 hours a day. It was long days, and I did not have this devoted time to sit and devote to coaching. I didn't. I worked it in the early morning and late at night and in the little cracks of my day, teaching my breaks and my lunch break. And so what I did is I sprinkled it in. Every single post I made, I talked about how my workout programs were helping me to be the healthiest possible person that I could be. My team was just the most amazing community that I had been searching for. I had been searching for that accountability and that friendship and that compassion and those just people who are full of heart and love and a desire to help people. And I was searching for that. And so I shared about that. Now with me working, not full-time anymore, I'm a full-time mom now. I live at home, I work at home, and I get to do coaching full-time, and that's been such a blessing. And so now it's kind of shifted a little bit. I get to share about how coaching has changed my life. I was able to leave my teaching job by the time I had my son Hudson, and I'm able to now be at home working from home, and I still hone in on all that community that I was craving and how much my coaches have rallied around me if there's ever been a time where I am just down or a family situation. I lost my grandma this year, and they were all there for me. When I had my son, they were all there for me. When I have off days or off weeks where I just need to unplug, they are there for me. They are encouraging me and lifting me up. So I really share about that community. Financial, I share about that. I share about the extra trip to Trader Joe's or to Whole Foods that I got to go to because I made a little bit more this month. And so I was able to spend money on some of those more frivolous, fancy groceries that I like to get that I never used to be able to do. I share about how I get to work my business in the mom cracks. I get to be home with my son, and that was the main reason why I was like, you know what, when I started seeing that this coaching business could actually do something, I was like, I am going to go full force with this because I truly believe that it could be my ticket to staying at home with my son. And so I share about that, especially when I was coaching, while I was working full time, I shared about that too. I shared about how I was feeling so blessed that this was helping supplement my teaching income enough to where we could get by for a couple months with me not teaching before I had my son. And so that to me was just, tremendous. It drove that passion and that joy in my heart. And so I just had to share it. And I shared that in every post all over the place, all over my feed and my Instagram and my Facebook. That is what I shared about. When you are thinking about coaching, think about why you're doing this. What makes you so just passionate and want to share it with people, because that is what's going to come through in your post, and what should come through in your post, not just once a month when you guys are saying, hey, check out my team for coaching. not just once a month. You want to be sprinkling that in every single day in your post, however you can. In a nutritional post, talking about how your programs and eating clean and drinking Shakeology is changing your nutrition and your health. Talking about the community aspect of coaching, how you feel so held accountable and you love seeing your challengers get results. That is all something to share. And financially, as you start making a little bit, hey, I got to, buy extra groceries this week, or I was able to go and buy my kids back to school clothes or back to school supplies with only my Beachbody income. It was not a stressor for us because we had that extra money to do so. So that was long-winded, I know, but I just want to encourage you as you're creating your story. You all have a reason, and you all have a why, and you all have this deep-rooted, just thought in your head when you think about why you decided to coach. I started as just a girl. I was just teaching full-time. I was teaching middle school Spanish, and I didn't think that I had anything worth offering to anybody. I didn't think that I had a story because I didn't have this big weight loss transformation, and that's just not true. I was able to inspire people just by my life, just by staying positive on days where I just wanted to throw the towel in, and I did not want to teach anymore, and I did not want to go to work anymore. And I pushed through and I showed that encouragement and that motivation. And basically what I did is I used my Facebook and my Instagram and my social media feeds as a journal. And I still do. It's a place where people can come and they can just read about my life, and they know what's going on. They know when my son is having a rough week teething, and they know when I'm not getting a lot of sleep. It's like, it's refreshing to me to get to share my story that way because it is my why. It is why I'm here. And that, using that story and that reason and that story behind social media, that is what drives my business, and that's what drives people to connect with me more than they would connect with somebody else, and vice versa. So your story, whatever it may be, wherever you're coming from and wherever you're going, is yours, and it's perfect, and it doesn't need to be any other way. And it is the most incredible platform that you have to start sharing your journey. So I encourage you to get into those questions today. Look at the document, start forming your story, talk to your sponsor coach if you have questions or if you're having a hard time, and then we will get with you, and we can't wait to see your post tonight, and we'll give you some suggestions, and then you're going to take a deep breath and you're going to post them tomorrow. Okay? All right, you guys, have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.